Welcome to another edition of the Coach George Kiefer Show. We got a little rain falling in Tampa, so we're inside for this week as the Bulls are in the midst of a 4-game homestand. They've already racked up 2 victories, 4-2 on the season, with a big one coming up Saturday night against Florida Gulf Coast. Coach, let's go back, look at the last 2 home matches. You are unbeaten in Corbett Stadium this year. Georgia Southern first, a 2-1 win, pretty hard-fought match.
The Georgia Southern was a good match for us. I thought we did a really good job, and I think what you're seeing in our attacks is we're creating a lot of chances. And when we create chances, as a coach, you always look for how many guys were next to the play, how many guys got forward, and you're seeing 3, 4, 5 guys sometimes, all looking to get goals, which is a nice treat.
That put the Bulls up to 3-2 on the season, and then Monday night, North Florida, Bulls pull another shutout, 2-0 the final. You had a couple of nice goals. Marcus Epps got one, Gabriel Carlson got the other one, and a very solid performance in goal as well with 9 saves.
Yeah, Spalley earned his shutout last night for sure, and you give North Florida some credit. They did a good job, we were able to get to. We missed the PK, and if you look at the amount of mature chances we created, I walked away thinking we should have had 5 or 6. So, whenever you feel like that as a coach, you're creating enough chances, and then to get a shutout, I think we're headed in the right direction.
Are you seeing the benefits of the challenging schedule? I mean, you went through a 4-match segment where 3 of the 4 were against top 20 teams. That's pretty tough.
Yeah, and I saw a report put out where if you look at strength of schedules, ours is #1 in the country, and I think that pays off now, but it'll also have dividends throughout the season. Because whenever you play good teams, and Gulf Coast has done similar things. They've been at Wake Forest. They played Georgetown at home. They've already played UCF. This is another really good match for us, and it's a game that the locker room is really looking forward to.
We're looking forward to it also on Saturday night against Florida Gulf Coast, and then 7 days later, conference home opener against the University of Connecticut. We're going to talk about that on our next show. We're going to keep one match at a time here, but this will be a good one against Florida Gulf Coast. Talented side, one that you're familiar with. You've seen them quite a bit.
Sure, and they play good soccer, and they move the ball well, and like I said, my guys look forward to this match, and we were a little less fortunate at that place a year ago, we wish it was Saturday now, with the exception of this rain outside.
Hopefully we'll have some nice weather Saturday for the Bulls, and Florida Gulf Coast, USF now 4-2 on the season. All right, stay with us. When we come back, we are going to visit with the American Athletic Conference Defensive Player of the Week. Brendan Hines-Ike will join us after this on the Coach George Kiefer Show.
Once again, Tampa General Hospital is proud to be named the #1 hospital in Tampa Bay by U.S. News & World Report, and recognized as one of America's best hospitals in 4 specialties: cardiology and heart surgery, nephrology, orthopedics, and urology. #1 in Tampa Bay, again, and one of America's best. Tampa General Hospital, trusted for our expertise, chosen for our care.
Looking for an individual or family health care plan? Or maybe a dental policy? Look no further than the Tampa Florida Blue Centers in West Shore, Carrollwood, and Pinellas Park. For more information, go to floridablue.com or call the number on the screen.
Welcome back to the Coach George Kiefer Show. The Conference Defensive Player of the Week, Brendan Hines-Ike, is with us. Thanks for joining us, Brendan. Congratulations. You got that award for your defensive work, but you had a big goal this week, too. Pretty good week.
Yeah, I appreciate that, Jim. It was a good weekend for the boys. Obviously, the 2 wins is the most important thing for us, and to get an accolade on the side is always a little bonus, but happy with the results first.
Tell us about the road to USF through Creighton, where you played a lot for a program that's just historically good year after year.
Sure. Yeah, I was very fortunate to play at Creighton University for 3 seasons. Very good time there, and I thought it was time for a change. It was time for me to be at an environment where I could very much make an impact from the beginning, which is what me and Coach Kiefer spoke about when I came on my visit. And this is a culture that's changing constantly, and I really want to be part of something great. So I thought USF would be a great opportunity for me.
It's funny how things work out sometime. You're a Creighton Blue Jay in 2013, and you make it to the NCAA tournament,
Yep.
and you find out your opponent, of all the teams it could be, Seattle University, featuring your brother.
Yeah.
What was that like?
Yeah, that was a great moment for my family, first and foremost. Wasn't a great moment for Creighton because we went out earliest we've gone out in a long time, and but it was a fun night. It was cold. We had about 5 inches of snow by the end of the game, and to play against your brother in an NCAA tournament is rare. So I just took every opportunity I could in that game to enjoy it, and I was very thankful for that moment.
You wear a lot of hats for this USF team now, including being in on penalty kicks. Tell us about the psychology of being, at least to this point, the guy they turn to when there's a penalty kick opportunity.
Yeah, penalties is very mental. It comes not really much down to skill because everybody on this team is talented and can take a penalty. But it comes down to pressure moments, and for me it's just one of those things I've practiced for a long time, and anything can get the best of you if you're not very focused and locked in. And over time, practice, constant repetitions, and they trust me with it, so I'm happy to be there.
Now, you're a Coloradan, and on September 29th, Bulls are going to play at Denver. I know you told me your dad has been to a couple matches here in Tampa, but still, with all your family out there, how special is that?
Oh, very special. You know, there's only a few opportunities you to play in your hometown in college, and I've been lucky to play in front of my family quite often. And to go back to Denver and play, this is my first time in my career doing that. Very exciting, very exciting.
We wish you luck in that one, and also the 2 matches prior to that, both in Tampa here, Florida Gulf Coast, and I'm sure you know about the rivalry with Connecticut. We're looking forward to that one on the 26th also. Thanks for taking time for us. Congratulations on a great start.
Appreciate it.
Brendan Hines-Ike, the Defensive Player of the Week in the American Athletic Conference. Stay with us. Take a quick time out. Back with more of the Coach George Kiefer Show right after this.
This is where the legends live, waiting for someone with better innovation. From the brand that reinvented the t-shirt comes the Under Armour Speedform Apollo. This is our rocket ship.
Welcome back to the Coach George Kiefer Show. Good to meet Brendan Hines-Ike. That's a real veteran player. That Creighton program is terrific. We all know that. They've been very good for a long time, and to have a young man who played there and now coming here as a senior brings a wealth of experience.
I love Hines, you know, on and off the field. He's a guy I could, you know, go to Starbucks and have a cup of coffee with and talk about the game. And you know, he's a soccer junkie when it comes to watching film and getting better. And then you look at his leadership qualities on and off the field. I really am enjoying my time with him.
Is that leadership that he brings the reason why you use him on penalty kicks? I mean, that's a key part of any match, obviously, when you have that opportunity.
Yeah, and you know, my assistant Fred deals with the restarts, and you know, we'll in training look at certain guys, and he's pretty calm with that. But the leadership really comes in handy. I mean, look at our 2 captains, it's Hines and Spalley, the goalkeeper and the center back. Where with Hines, it's not just understanding his role, it's understanding the unit. And he does a really good job of getting that message across in games.
Huge goal for the Bulls too that really helped during this week. Now we get set for Florida Gulf Coast. We talked a little bit about that earlier in the show. This is a little bit of a wait for this match. You had so many matches so quick to begin the season. What do you work on between now and then other than the obvious prep for your opponent on Saturday?
Yeah, and to be fair, with us right now, it's just letting some guys rest. You know, sometimes you try and get this in or get that in, but really the key is that they are flying on Saturday. And for sure, there'll be no doubt in our minds whether or not guys have their legs. And then you look at Gulf Coast, they're a team that's built on the attack, and you know, I don't see their coach coming here and trying to get his attacking team to be super defensive and sit back on us. They're too good to do something like that. So I look forward to them coming after us and us going after them. And I think for the crowd that shows up, it'll be a good soccer match.
It'll be Saturday night at Corbett Stadium. We hope you are there. And then 1 week after that, the conference home opener as the Bulls take on UConn. Coach, we've got a lot of great soccer coming up. Thanks for taking time for us today.
Thank you.
Head coach of the Bulls, George Kiefer. Stay with us for more coverage of USF men's soccer and another edition of the Coach George Kiefer Show soon, right here on Bulls Cast.